Have your knees ever felt sore, swollen, or strangely stiff, even though you haven't hurt them? Most people think it's just part of getting older. Others assume they're low on calcium, but in many cases, it's not your bones that are the issue. It's the tissue between them. That soft cushioning relies on one key nutrient, collagen. Collagen acts like a shock absorber between your joints. When your body doesn't make enough, your knees can feel dry, creaky, or unstable, like rusted door hinges. The good news is, there are everyday foods that help restore collagen naturally, starting with two that most people completely overlook. Let's start with egg yolks. For years, they were seen as unhealthy because of cholesterol. But now we know egg yolks are one of the most complete natural sources for joint support. They contain nutrients like choline and B-complex vitamins, which help your body convert protein into collagen. They also have biotin to support soft tissue repair and healthy fats that naturally reduce friction inside the joints. Avoiding the yolk means missing out on some of the best fuel for your knees. In fact, a 60-year-old woman once cut yolks from her diet while working out regularly. After a few months, she noticed her knees becoming stiff and noisy. When she reintroduced 2 whole eggs a day, her knees began to move more freely again. If you're looking to get the full benefit, try eating 1 to 2 whole eggs a day. Boiling or poaching helps preserve nutrients, and pairing them with leafy greens like spinach can increase nutrient absorption. Are you someone who's been skipping the yolk? Maybe it's time to reconsider. What you thought was bad fat might actually be your best joint protector. Now let's talk about pumpkin seeds. These little seeds might not look like much, but they're one of the best natural lubricants for your joints. You may have noticed your knees acting up when the weather changes or after a long walk. Not sharp pain, just tightness, a bit of popping, or that gritty friction feeling. That's often a sign of poor joint lubrication, not bone damage. And pumpkin seeds can help fix that. They're rich in zinc, which is crucial for collagen production. They also contain phytosterols that reduce inflammation and omega-6 fatty acids that help keep the joint lining moist and mobile. Think of pumpkin seeds like a natural oil for your knee joints. A small handful a day, around 15 to 20 grams, is enough. You can sprinkle them on yogurt, oatmeal, or salads. Just choose plain roasted seeds and avoid the sugary or heavily salted ones. Have you ever added pumpkin seeds to your routine? If your knees have been feeling better lately, you might be nourishing them without even realizing it. Most people enjoy salmon for its rich flavor and health benefits. But what many don't realize is that the real magic for your knees isn't just in the meat. It's in the parts we often throw away: the bones, the skin, and the cartilage. These often discarded parts are loaded with type 2 collagen, the exact kind that rebuilds knee cartilage. They also provide calcium and phosphorus, 2 minerals essential for maintaining strong, durable bones. On top of that, salmon contains omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce swelling and inflammation in the joints. There's a story of a 70-year-old man who brews soup once a week, using salmon heads and bones. He walks with ease and says he hasn't experienced knee pain in years. When asked about his secret, he didn't mention medicine. He said, "It's all in the broth." To try this yourself, buy bone-in salmon like collars, heads, or even small whole fish. You can slow simmer them into a rich broth, or air fry the parts until the skin crisps and the bones soften. Add vegetables like ginger, carrots, and onions. They not only add flavor, but also bring anti-inflammatory benefits. If you've only been eating salmon fillets, it may be time to explore the rest of the fish. You could be throwing away the very parts your joints need most. Next, let's look at chicken skin, something many people have been told to avoid. For years, it's been seen as unhealthy because of its fat. But science now shows that chicken skin is actually a rich source of collagen and elastin, 2 things your joints absolutely rely on. Elastin helps your joints stay flexible. Collagen peptides help rebuild cartilage and reduce wear and tear. And the natural fats in the skin help lubricate the soft tissues around your joints. There's a big difference between eating collagen in powder form and getting it from whole food sources. Chicken skin delivers it in a way that's slow, complete, and easier for your body to absorb. One great way to include it in your meals is to boil a whole chicken with the skin still on. This creates a rich, collagen-filled broth. You can also roast chicken thighs or drumsticks with the skin, crisp on the outside, tender and juicy inside. Or make traditional stews using chicken feet, wings, or neck bones. Just be sure to avoid deep-fried or breaded versions, which add unhealthy fats and destroy nutrients. If you've been skipping chicken skin because of outdated nutrition advice, it might be time to take a second look. What you've been avoiding could be the missing piece in your joint recovery. If you want to support your knees more efficiently, it's not just about eating better, it's about absorbing better. And that's where gelatin comes in. Gelatin is essentially broken down collagen. It's already processed into a form your body can absorb and use right away. Inside gelatin, you'll find collagen peptides that directly help rebuild cartilage and ligaments. It also contains glycine, which reduces inflammation and supports fluid balance in the joints, and lysine, a key amino acid that helps your body retain calcium for stronger bones. To visualize it, think of bone broth as bricks and gelatin as ready-made cement. Bone broth gives you raw materials, but gelatin is like pre-mixed joint repair, ready to go where it's needed. Many people have seen results just by adding a small dose of gelatin to their daily routine. One woman who suffered from chronic knee swelling started drinking gelatin dissolved in warm lemon water every morning, along with a bit of vitamin C. After just 3 weeks, she said her knees felt smoother, more fluid, and no longer made that uncomfortable popping sound. To use gelatin effectively, stir a teaspoon into warm drinks like tea or lemon water. You can also mix it into yogurt, smoothies, or plant-based milk. Some people even make homemade gelatin cups using fruit juice and no added sugar. Make sure to choose unflavored, unsweetened gelatin without artificial colors. This way, you're getting the purest form of joint nourishment. Next, let's talk about whole small fish, like sardines. Many people eat fish for its protein, but avoid the skin, bones, and soft tissue. Ironically, those are the exact parts that offer the most benefit to your joints. Whole fish provide calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus, 3 minerals that work together to strengthen your bones. The skin contains collagen and elastin. The liver is rich in vitamin D, which helps your body absorb and use calcium properly. And of course, fish are a natural source of omega-3s, which reduce joint stress and support smooth movement. Think of fish meat as the outer shell, but the full benefits come from eating the entire fish. It's a complete package, nothing wasted. The best way to include small whole fish in your meals is to bake, braise, or gently stew them until the bones are soft enough to eat. Sardines, anchovies, and mackerel are all good choices. Avoid deep-fried or overly salted canned versions, which can cancel out many of the health benefits. There's a man in his 60s who switched from joint supplements to simply eating sardines twice a week. He says the crunch of the bones became a satisfying reminder that he was feeding his joints exactly what they needed. If you've been eating only fish fillets, now might be the time to try something more complete. Your joints will thank you. Let's finish strong with 2 of the most powerful foods for joint health: bone broth and beef tendon. Bone broth isn't just a comfort food. It's one of the most complete natural sources of joint-building nutrients. It's rich in type 2 collagen, which helps rebuild damaged cartilage, as well as minerals like calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus that strengthen bones from the inside out. On top of that, it contains glycine and proline, amino acids that reduce inflammation and help repair the joint lining. If you imagine calcium as the steel rods in a building, collagen is the padding, and bone broth is the concrete poured in to hold everything together. Many people have experienced major improvements simply by adding bone broth to their routine. One woman who had struggled with swollen knees stopped taking anti-inflammatory medication and started drinking homemade broth every day. After just 1 month, she said the swelling was gone and her knees moved smoothly without stiffness or pressure. To make good bone broth at home, simmer beef bones, chicken frames, or pork knuckles in water for 4 to 6 hours. Adding vinegar helps extract the minerals. You can toss in carrots, onions, ginger, or celery for flavor and extra healing benefits. If you've never made bone broth before, this could be a great starting point in rebuilding your joints from within. Now let's talk about beef tendon. It might not be the most common food on the menu, but it's one of the richest natural sources of collagen, almost 100%. What makes beef tendon even more special is that its structure closely mimics that of human connective tissue. It contains type 2 collagen, elastin, and mucopolysaccharides, which all contribute to joint flexibility and shock absorption. It also provides iron and zinc, which help deliver blood and oxygen to your joints, speeding up repair. There's a reason many elderly people in Asian cultures still enjoy dishes made with tendon. An 82-year-old man was once asked why he could still climb stairs effortlessly. His answer was simple: tendon soup. That's my version of anti-aging medicine. To prepare it, braise beef tendon slowly over low heat. Pair it with radish, celery, or mushrooms for a balanced meal. One serving a week, about 100 grams, is enough to make a difference over time. If you haven't eaten beef tendon before, it might be time to give it a try. It's not just a traditional dish, it's joint support in edible form. Before we close, let's review what we've covered. These are 8 collagen-rich foods that can naturally support your knees: egg yolks, pumpkin seeds, bone in salmon, chicken skin, gelatin, whole small fish, bone broth, beef tendon. You don't need to depend on expensive pills or painful injections. Sometimes, all it takes is a smarter plate and a little consistency. If anything in this video helped you, even just one useful tip, consider giving it a like, subscribing to the channel, and sharing it with someone who needs this information. Your knees aren't wearing out. They're just undernourished. Feed them well, and they'll carry you further than you think.